The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ
よりによって
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo!
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? And Bracken gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on, but that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed 2A therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. 15 years have I been waiting to sit up on my throne.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drop retard. Robocock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, you got to bring it in close, boys. Now, listen, I get it, man. I get it. It's Tuesday. Like, what the fuck is a Tuesday? Like, who likes Tuesdays, right? I feel like Tuesdays only liked because it's not Monday. You know what I'm saying? But just because it's Tuesday doesn't mean we cannot get in here and hug it out. So get in here right now. I don't care who you are. Get in here. Let's hug it out and listen very closely. Very closely.
Do not touch the fucking turkey!
If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Like it. Do it. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you're watching anywhere else right now, I will get Cassie to peg you in a Pepsi outfit and a Pepsi dodo. Like stream. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let it happen. All right, guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today, guys? We got a lot. We got a lot that we got to go over, man. There's so much going down in the interwebs. We got Steam potentially doing some naughty, naughty stuff, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's right. As much as we like Steam, we still got to call out their bullshit. Or is it not bullshit? I don't know. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. What else we got? What else do we got today? Where's the damn turkey at check? Big balls check. Pirate checks for buried treasure. We might like it check. 2 days until we touch it. You are not touching the turkey. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. But I care about you, Hypno. Why didn't you care about me and why I'm here for you check? What? That makes no sense. Stellar Blade 2 check. Preparing to cook the turkey check. Have you not been listening the entire month? Like, did it just go in one ear out the other? The monkey is fingering the turkey check. That's weird. Heresy check. Don't deep fry a frozen turkey check. I'm alive, not kicking, but alive check. Turkey club sandwich with barbecue chips on the side check. Got more Steam games and gifted some too. Very nice. The golden throne check. Testicular fortitude check. Trump is pardoning the dirty turkey check. What? Cat screaming and acting possessed. Help me check. What the waiting to inject the... Man, you guys are horrible. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. What the fuck? What the fuck? Let's do the Picket Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now, aside from former Kotaku Eurydice. Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point, but no longer do. And people that swear by collaborating with anime that is somehow going to save their dying video game that otherwise nobody cared about and still doesn't till this day. It's an interesting idea, let me tell you. Lucky Boy. We got Gray Soul, Speedy King, Tiger King. King Demon Wing is dicking the turkey down. I'm telling you, man, it's weird. It's getting weird. Blue-Eyed Scorpio, Monkey Man 04. We got Dark Tenade. What's up, man? Abhorrent Soul over on Rumble. We got Evan Huff. We got Optical Lizard, Dragon, Colonel Ruv the Legend, Teacher Conic over on Rumble. Apparently is not pardoning the Journey Turkey. Okay, so we got conflicting reports here. Frenchie07, Zelosi. We got Faye, Ali Kusanagi, Radio Chimp, Black Tailgate, Mad Max 2069, Nick Havoc, Old Man Cad. We got Felsteph. We got Danko Orange. Sonia. What's up, Sonia? We got Romanizer 24. Screw your feelings. We got Bebop Nico. We got the Journey Turkey.
Holy shit.
Hold on. So okay, so hold on. So let me understand something really quick. Let me understand. So you went through the Stargate, and by going through the Stargate, you ended up going back in time, and now you are a Godzilla turkey that is rampaging through 1960s Tokyo, Japan. Do I understand that correctly?
Holy shit.
That's insane, bro. He went back in time. We got a kaiju turkey. That's crazy, bro. But you know what? Ironically, though, you might be safer back in time because people are going to plan to eat you in the next, 2 days. So you're probably safer if you stay there. So I would just stay there until, December. And then you can come back. Shout out to the Journey Turkey, man. Go rampage Japan. Go have fun with that. We got Gunnar Damas. We got Black RX99, Commander Sonok, Odin Dark 2. We got Phil Espa. We got Ali Kusanagi, Nightmare 13th. We got Leviath, Joseph, Inferno Hell Knight, Light Ferret over on Rumble, Dragon Knight over on Rumble, Too Cool Curry, Alucard, Doo Brownies, Neon Earths, Mad Max, Dr. Spike. We got Raiden. We got 17 Crash Gaming, D-Mag. We got Dark Lord. What's up, Dark Lord? We got Demon Carol, Beautiful Zexel, Screw Your Feelings, Deku Leader, Zalosi. We got Asri. We got Mr. Melancholy. We got, who else is here? Let me scroll down. Sleeping Nova, Archangelus. We got Trust Your Instincts, Angels of Destiny, Blue Octopussy. We got more dots. Who else is here? Pizza Cat Leet, Darth Dimos. We got Lionheart the Cowboy. And we got Oliver Adam. All right, boys, 4 more people. 4 more people, and then we got to get on with the show, man. 4 more people. We got Screw Your Feelings. We got Tabby Penguin, Person 1140, T-Vol Gaming. Who else we got in here, man? Deku Leader says skipped me again. We got, let me see. Let me scroll down. Sneak Gaming, Speedy Cake, Corpseum, Darkstronius, Raven Rainfall, and last but not least, we got a Kickin' Donuts, Creepier 07, and of course, Ghostlove, 2K GameCuber, and Dark Exile. Shout out. All right, guys, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow pig. And remember, let's see who is going to get the money shot today on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Who is it going to be? The voice of the water says no IGM, no Kotaku, no Roblox. The giant rocket-propelled metal cock from the end of Tetsuo. The Iron Man pulls a drive on the person, down by 5, leaving them soaked in a liquid metal money shot. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deku Leader. No furry. No homo. No touching the Christmas pickle. And I drop a colony on the target, which goes to Colonel Ruff hiding in the trench, which is good protection against a pickle and a colony being dropped in a target. I'm going to take that as good protection, which goes down to Oliver Adam saying, nope, booty hole protected by I can't see you emojis to go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. 17 Crash. Entry denied into the booty hole. Deflected by my cat that's in heat. Oh, that's terrible. Sounds like Mercanti bitching about Smash AT all fucking day. Go down by 3. No fucks. Give it to the money shot recipient. Feel my pain, bitch. That sounds awful. 1, 2, 3. Colonel Ruff hiding in the trenches again from the cat that's in heat. Holy shit, which goes down to Dark Dimos. Booty hole protected. Go down by 8 and then up by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 17 Crash again by 3. 1, 2, 3.
Holy shit.
Screw your feelings. Screw your feelings. You know, ironically, you mentioned wrestling, right? Because in wrestling, there have been certain people that have been accused of dumping things on other people's foreheads and faces. Lucky for you, it's just a money shot, though, because the other people received something far worse. Congratulations. So screw your feelings. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream. Like the stream, damn it. All right, boys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. Okay. We're going to be talking about the horror game that was banned from Steam. Yes, it's a story that is spreading around right now. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. We're going to see what exactly is going on right now. It's going to be an interesting thing. And we're going to see who's at fault, if we can even find out who's at fault. Because right now, obviously, it's he said, she said kind of stuff going on right now. But we're going to explore both because Valve did respond to this one. Valve actually responded to the claims that the developer has made. So this time we actually have both responses. We're going to go over both of them. We're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto 5 being nominated as Game of the Year on the Steam Awards through an interesting loophole, which is fucking unbelievable. How this game has been milked over and over and over and over and over again. It's insane. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about where wins beat. We're going to cover some of the topics that I talked about today in my video. If you missed it, go check it out. And just see overall how the game is doing. We are also going to be talking about, where is it at? Let me see. Fallout 4. Fallout 4 apparently got a new fix that is updated performance, but has pissed off modders even more. We're going to talk about Ghosts of Yotei. The artist, they got fired over the Charlie Kirk joke, has done an article with all kinds of interesting people on the internet. And they're trying to turn her into the latest sob story, the latest victim story being spread around social media. Those mean Gamergate people. Again, they're like these people. Anyway, I'm going to save it for the topic. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Obviously, it's all lying by omission and all that great stuff, similar to Sweet Baby Inc. But anyway, we'll talk about it. We are also going to talk about Splitgate 2 making a return after being shut down. Remember that game? That game is going to get brought back to life. We're going to talk about some last Epoch updates, considering what's happening with Craft On, Resident Evil Requiem, and Exodus apparently is going to be getting a new trailer for the Game Awards. That game I'm looking forward to. And of course, we got a bunch of indie games we got to go over. A lot, actually. I think like 4 or 5 of them. Even though we just went over like 2+ hours worth of indie games the last 2 days. But who gives a fuck? Who cares? So before we do any of that, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the number 1 segment on YouTube. Let's do the number 1 segment on Rumble. The number 1 segment all around the galaxy. This segment is none other than the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
You said his channel was dying and he wouldn't get any more donations, so why aren't we getting fucking donations?
Fuck, he got another donation. Add it to the total.
We're off to an amazing start, boys, considering the unofficial moderators have had a lot to count so far. So let's keep doing it. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 5, says Steam doing some tomfoolery again. Gabe, what are you doing? What are you doing, Gabe? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Thank you, Mr. Melancholy, for the 5. I appreciate it. Speedy Cake with a $20. Here we go! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha! He says, with where winds meet, if I'm not mistaken, the $40,000 boat allows you to do the boat event anytime during the week if you own it rather than on a Saturday and Monday at specific times for experience boosts, etc. Again, I don't know. Haven't played the game yet personally, so I'm not too sure, but from what I understand, I think you are correct. From the I've been watching some content creators play it, and I believe you are correct. We got Odin Dark for a 2. The turkey got ill. It was prescribed to pilgrims. Seriously? Oh my God. Dr. Spike with a 2. Spamming the Bigot Army coffee that doesn't exist. And the Bigot Army repent. Thank you, Dr. Spike. You absolute legend. And then we got Colonel Ruv with the $100 Red Boy Hype. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, give us some Asian ladies in hot army outfits to discipline all the gooners in the chat. The soldiers need it. Well, I don't have any that are in army outfits, but I do have Japanese goth girls. And I think that's going to suffice for a lot of you right now. The first Red Boy of the stream out of 5. Let's go.
Oh my God, it's a Red Boy hyper banger.
To Colonel Rug. Dropping the Red Boy Hyperbanger on the chat. Thank you so much, Colonel Rub. I appreciate that. Genuinely, thank you. And then Black Tailgate for 10 months. You had me at waifu titties. Shout out to Black Tailgate. Thank you for the 10 months of legendary status. I appreciate that. And then speaking of legendary status, we got Mr. Rouge. Spam the Mr. Rouge. Here we go! Mucha lucha! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, so imagine this. I'm hanging out with Cassie and look at the time. It's way past 7. So I told Cassie goodbye as I need to come see Hypno. The problem? Hypno joins up and I ask if you're here. Then who's running your channel? It's all a conspiracy. Mr. Rouge, I'm pretty good at multitasking, my man. When I'm in Cassie's chat, I'm also prepping for the show at the same time. Or it could just be that I'm an AI. One of the two. Whichever one you want to believe, I'm okay with either or. Shout out to Mr. Rouge. Thank you for the $50 mega banger. I appreciate that, my man. Absolutely legendary. Thank you so much. Dr. Spike with a 2. YouTube banned me from sending gifted. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Dr. Spike got banned from sending membership. That's crazy, man. No wonder we haven't gotten membership so far this entire stream. That's insane. That's insane. Dr. Spike, RIP. We knew it was going to happen eventually. We knew it was going to happen eventually, my man. Shout out to Dr. Spike. I'm sure the ban will be lifted in a few days. It's all good, man. YouTube's probably like, hey, we don't like that you do that. Stop doing that. Stop it right now. Shout out, man. Thank you, Dr. Spike. I appreciate the 2, my man. We got Spectral Heartless with a 199. Guess what my special marinade for the turkey is? Oh, come on, bro. Come on. Special marinade for... You're not supposed to be touching the fucking turkey. November's not over yet.
Do not touch the fucking turkey!
What's wrong with you? Come on, guys. Black Tailgate with a 2. Journey Turkey gets spatchcocked on Thursday. Oh, my God. Mervoth with a 2. So, you're caving to play Where Winds Meets? I had no plans to play it anytime soon. I'm too busy playing other games with my very, very limited time now that I'm editing so much. So, I am 1 achievement away from finishing my platinum on Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. And then I'm going to work on getting my platinum for, what the fuck is it called? Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. So, I'm working on it. Blue-White Scorpio with a 189, replaying Stellar Blade. Camera is stuck looking up. Yeah, that tends to happen to a lot of people, so I hear. It happened to me when I was playing Stellar Blade. It's weird how that works out, right? Speedy Cake with a 5. Is it just me? Or did that chick in the new moderator clip sound like Melee K? I don't think it sounded like Melee K. Did you? I didn't think so. I don't know. The AI, maybe she just has an AI voice. I have no idea. But that wasn't the intention. Randall Hess with the membership. Thank you, Randall Hess. The first membership of the stream. Legendary. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Holding it down for Dr. Spike. And then King Demon Wing dropping a 10 membership mega banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
And considering that was the first membership banger of the stream, you already know what that means. Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you so much, my man, for the 10 membership mega banger. I appreciate that. That was the last one on YouTube. Let's go over to Rumble. I was getting scared. I was like, oh my God, is this going to be the first stream in a long time with no Kiryu? That's going to be crazy. That's going to be insane. Crash Collins with a membership over on Rumble. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. We got, let's see. Crash Collins with $1. There are shoot on-site orders for that turkey anytime, anywhere. Bro, that's crazy, man. That is insane. DJ Conic with $1. The turkey will not be safe in December. And then he gives a membership right after that. What the fuck, man? That's crazy, man. Even Rumble's targeting the turkey. Come on, man. We're supposed to... Man, I have never seen Rumble and YouTube work together very often. But apparently they're working together to try to kill the turkey. So Journey Turkey, I don't know if you can hear me all the way back in the 1960s. But if you can, I would avoid these people. They're coming after you, man. They're coming after you. Don't let them win. Armor up. Go get some armor. Go get some old school armor back in the day. And come back armored up and ready to fight. All right, boys. We are fully caught up on all the pre-stream legends. I think that gets us almost to tier 1. Which would get us, if we get lucky, to 506 tier 1s in a row. And we are aiming for 195 tier 2s in a row. We are 6 away from the magic number of 200. And some of our favorite people are banned. Because, YouTube sucks. So it is what it is. But that's okay. I have faith. All right, boys. Let's fucking get into the content, man. Are we ready? Now, I know I didn't have a retard of the day. But to be honest with you, this probably could qualify. I'm not going to lie to you. This could probably qualify. Both of these could probably qualify. We're going to start with this one because it's extra retarded, right? It's extra retarded. Here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Old Man Cad with a 989. Wife missed the Apple Cash. LOL. Hail, boss man. I go home tomorrow. Nice. Fuck yeah, bro. Let's get some cheering emojis. Cheering emojis in the chat right now for Old Man Cad. Going back home tomorrow. That's awesome. Alas, turkey won't work on lock and stuff. Still can't feel my right arm, but I am good. That's awesome, bro. I'm happy, man. Don't get in trouble with the wife, too, by the way. Don't get in trouble. She's going to be like, this motherfucker. Anyway, thank you, Old Man Cam. All right, let's talk about this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I saw this video clip and I was like, this is really retarded. I don't care what side of the aisle you are on politically, but what you're about to hear is pretty damn retarded. Check this out.
We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that. And we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down.
Holy shit.
So is that did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Because I don't know if I saw the video playing. I don't know, it's weird. This is acting strange on StreamYards. But did you hear the audio at least? If you didn't see the video play. So I just find this to be highly retarded, because what he just did is, by claiming that it's racism, he has openly admitted that black people are committing most of the crime. Isn't that insane? By calling incarceration racist, you are admitting that black people are like, what the fuck, bro? What is he smoking? I have no idea. But I find that to be highly hilarious. Actually, it's not even just black people, by the way. It's also Hispanics. Hispanics are in there as well. When they say it's racism, because they try to use that when they talk about Hispanics too. But at the end of the day, we all know who they're really talking about. So pretty damn hilarious. Pretty hilarious. Yeah, the video played for me. I don't know if it played for you guys. If it didn't, I don't know what's going on. I apologize for that. But it should have played. Let me know if you guys can see this. Hold on. Maybe this will play. Let's see. I'm going to press play. This can also qualify as retard of the day. If it doesn't play, but you can hear it, let me know, okay? So I can figure out what's going on here.
I bought an engagement ring for myself. Okay, but you guys told me to. In the comments my last video, you guys kept talking about a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at Bulgari that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So this is me proposing to myself. Damn! Look at the gorgeous diamonds. And the packaging is beautiful, the way that it contrasts. You know when jewelry is so pretty, you want to eat it? Is that just me? Like, it's so delectable. Will I be with me for the rest of my life?
I'm not going to lie. This is like top tier rage bait. This is definitely top tier, 100% top tier rage bait. She knows exactly what she's doing, and it's working. 100%.
Well, yes, I've no choice. But yes, I'm going to have the opportunity to gift my husband the sickest engagement ring for men that there ever was. And I cannot wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving. And just that idea makes me so happy.
Just so you're aware, this woman has openly admitted that not openly admitted. She's pretty much been in a relationship the entire time she's been streaming. So, like, whatever. Anyway, but again, this is top tier rage bait. Congratulations. Really, the only response that I can have for that would probably be this. This is the only response that I could really have for that. That's
holy shit.
That's really the only response that I could have for that one. And by the way, fun fact. Fun fact. Every time, like, very rarely do I ever react to Pokimane. But that video, people kept sending me that video. Like, did you see what Pokimane did? I'm like, no, because I don't give a fuck. But fun fact. Still a thing. Anyway, all right. Let us get into The best part of the show, one of the best parts of the show anyway, the Indie Showcase.
All right, folks, it's time for the Indie Game Showcase.
That's right. The Indie Game Showcase, ladies and gentlemen, better than any retard of the day possible. All right, there was a particular video game that I think was showcased at the OT Games Expo, but it was showcased before the show started. So I don't think we actually saw it. If we did, forgive me, but I want to showcase it again because it's actually a pretty cool looking game. It's called Glass House. Glass House Lockdown CRPG. So Glass House Lockdown is the name of the game. This one looks pretty interesting. Let's check this one out and see what we got going on here. Here we go.
Leah, what have you done?
I peeked over the veil, and there was no sky.
Why is the video not showing? I'm looking at the stream. The video's not showing. What the fuck is going on with that? Yo, StreamYards is being retarded. Let's try this again. Hold on. Let's try this again. StreamYards is being retarded. There we go. I guess if you go too quickly, it's something's weird's going on.
Leah, what have you done?
I peeked over the veil, and there was no sky.
There's a spectre haunting the fiefdom of London Stock. The city has been locked down for 57 days. The mind grows parched when each day feels already lived. Comrade, what if I fail?
Anyone who doesn't dream in our language will be an enemy.
Why? Why did you kill them?
I can't be more than what I've been wheeled, and you know it. I will not be guilty of my hunger.
Glass House. This game is called Glass House, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting. Apparently this was shown at the OTK showcase, but I don't remember seeing this game. If it was, then I apologize, but I happened to see it on Twitter and I was like, oh, this looks really interesting. And I wanted to showcase it again. So I definitely appreciate the effort that was put into what seems to be pretty good narrative experience, good voice acting too. Voice acting was pretty good. So overall, definitely wanted to showcase that. Next one up is, where are we at? Time Splitters. So you guys talked to me about this the other day, and I said I would get to it when I can. Well, the time is now. So Time Splitters Rewind. Apparently they're working on another Time Splitters. Very curious about this for sure. Everybody, like, if you grew up, you know, with gaming in the last, like, I don't even know how many years it's been, but Time Splitters is a thing, and apparently they're trying to come back with it. So let's play this and see what we got going on here. It's only 14 seconds long. It's really short. I don't even see this game on Steam yet. So let's see what we got. Yeah, man. Oh, memories. So, by the way, guys, really quick, I need your feedback. Since that was a fast-paced looking video game, how was the lag on this stream with StreamYards? Was there minimal to no lag? Because it looked like there was minimal to no lag. It looked like pretty smooth for the most part. So let me know. Let me know. Seems okay, right? Barely any, right? Not bad. So apparently StreamYards released a brand new update where they said that they heavily improved the video playback. And from what I can see, it looks like they did. Like, very minimal lag just showed on this video. Normally something this quick would lag to shit. So I'm curious to see if it actually got improved, but we're going to continue. We're going to continue. So far, not so bad. Not so bad. Next game up, this one I was really interested in. This is one of those games that just looks so stupid, but so fun at the same time. This is called Cropageddon. This is called Cropageddon, ladies and gentlemen. Check this one out. Check this one out. This is going to be funny. It's a minute long. Here we go. Bro, it's Elder Scrolls with vegetables. What? Bro, better than Avowed? Yes, better than Avowed. Absolutely. Absolutely. I saw this. I was like, this looks hilarious. I want to check this out. Definitely is weird for sure, but I like weird games like this. I was watching the playback. The stream was pretty smooth. So I don't know. Maybe they did finally fucking address the stupid lag that they always have with a lot of these games or just videos in general. It's not 100% perfect, but it's way better than it used to be. All right. Next up, we got this one I'm very curious about as well. This one's called Second Stone, and it is on Steam. Second Stone, The Legend of the Hidden World. And this one is, in fact, on Steam. We're playing this directly from Steam. So let's check this one out. Second Stone. Watch this.
I misjudged you the last time we met. I won't make the same mistake again. Tell me, how do you like my world? My twisted birthright. I never believed my world to be real. It was the same question that consumed my father and his father before him. They were on the verge of some kind of change. Until your kind came along.
It's a pretty fucking good trailer so far, I gotta admit. I'm telling you, I'm super, super into this one. I think this is going to be a pretty good game overall. But again, you can have a good trailer and then the game fucking sucks. So, but looks pretty solid so far.
I've spent decades preparing for this. The truth is almost within my grasp.
Second Stone, The Legend of the Hidden World. What the fuck is that? That was cool. Yeah, so I immediately wishlisted this because it looked amazing. Definitely something that I am looking forward to. Graphically speaking and gameplay wise, definitely looks awesome. I am all for this. Seems like it's going to be very high fantasy, so with a little bit of cyberpunk in there. Not like the cyberpunk you're thinking, but like, fantasy cyberpunk kind of style thing. Definitely cool. Super excited for that. So check that out over on Steam. It's available to wishlist right now if that interested you. Looks like Metal Face. Looks like if Spyro can reincarnate. I suppose so. And the trailer played pretty well from what I saw. So, God, I really do hope that they fix the bullshit with StreamYards. All right, last one on the dock. We got of Ash and Steel. This one I'm also looking forward to because I feel like this is what the Gothic remake should have been to an extent. This one is going more for the old school player. So it's going more for players who are used to some of the more classic RPGs like Gothic. It definitely has that kind of gameplay and overall atmosphere to it. It even has a similar story, prison colony and all that stuff. It just came out officially, finally released, if not, I think today or yesterday. So it's officially out already. So let's check this out. Here we go. Let's play this. It's 2 minutes long.
As soon as Ratwall seized power, he began bending everyone to his will. Mines started closing. There's one that's still open, but the miners there are getting screwed over big time. These days, the Order is just a shadow of its former self. The Freemen are doing things their own way. Their arrows are faster than...
Anybody else, when they hear the Freemen, they immediately think of a Half-Life? Or is that only me coping about no Half-Life 3?
their words.
That power is ancient knowledge, and it remains on Greyshaft to this day. We will harness the Prime Strider's most priceless treasure.
Crimson Skies, it never gets easier, does it? Now we know what comes next. They spread that filth all around the island. It's like we're all puppets guided by a hand drenched in blood. And I don't like that one bit. There's a plague rat among us. We need to smoke it out.
We must prepare. The fort is of utmost strategic importance. It will be ours at any cost.
We can't do that alone. We need more people, preferably those who like to fight and know how to do so. If things go as planned, we will just get away with blood on our hands.
And if they don't,
then we will drown in it.
Just who do you think you are? Some upstart with no name, no family? I always know what's happening on my island. I'll mount your idiotic head right on that stinking monument.
Cut his fucking head off.
Fight until the bitter end. Fight for yourselves. Fight for your loved ones. Fight for the life that would be swallowed up by the depths. Together, we will protect the people and slay every foe that dares threaten Greyshaft.
I think this one looks really cool, personally. I'm excited to check this one out myself. I don't know if I have it in my library yet. I have to check, but this one looks really cool. It's got dismemberment. The story seems heavily narrative focused, which is good. It's available on GOG as well, not just Steam, so you can get it on either or platform. Graphically speaking, obviously it's like AA. It's like AA almost, right? I'm getting a little bit of vibes from multiple different video games. Like I'm getting KCD vibes. I'm also getting old school, like classic RPG vibes. A little bit of like Greedfall. Even a little bit of Witcher with that weird magic combat where the guy was teleporting everywhere. Kind of like Witcher 3 Siri a little bit. So definitely interesting. Good combination of different elements of different video games. So I definitely going to check this one out. And I think this is let me see how much is this? This is currently, bro, they just released this game and they have it on sale already at 20% off. $23 this game is $23. So there you go. I keep telling you guys, man, $25 is the number. And let me find something really quick. I had saw something. Here we go. Here we go. Now, again, guys, I take pride in like trying to pay attention. In my opinion, as to like player habits and stuff, and what I've seen be successful versus what's not successful. And yeah, that kind of game is not going to be for everybody, Elizabeth. No doubt about it. Like that kind of game is going to find its particular fan base. It's not going to do big numbers. It's one of those niche games. But for me personally, I liked what I saw. Now I like paying attention to. We're getting into the topics now, so I like paying attention to overall player habits and where people are going and trying to like, speculate and guesstimate and all that stuff. But if you guys watch my streams enough, you'll realize that one thing I've always said, and maybe some of you can vouch for me that have been here for a long time, so that I'm not making this shit up. One of the things that I've always said is the price point, the absolute price point that is going to determine whether someone buys or not buys impulsively is $25 or less. I've always said that. I have always said that it's $25 or less, right? And I've had people argue with me. They're like, some people said $20, which is fine. Other people have said, no, like 30, 40, 50 around there is the number, depending on AAA, AA, whatever. But I've always said $25 or less is the number. That's going to be the one that it's like, if somebody sees under $25, the chance of them taking a risk on a video game exponentially increases. Well, apparently I've been vindicated, because now we have this particular article from Games Radar that I want to go over that says the following. The median price of the best-selling new games on Steam has dropped in the past 2 years. Research finds charging under $25 is getting trickier, right? Or greater, whatever. Charging greater than $25 is getting trickier as players compare value to the $10 to $15 indie titles. So this is like, I feel so good about this, because this is literally what I've been saying for the longest time. $25 or less is the number. Anything over $25, you have to be in a whole, like, you have to be very, how do I put it? Like, you have to be very impressive, is what I'm saying. And granted, like with AAA or even AA, $50 is definitely a good number, depending on the value and the production. But $25, in my opinion, has always been the number. $25 or less, that's the number. People are willing to take a chance on your product if you are $25 or less. And the lower you are, the more chance they're going to take on your product, the better chance you have on people buying your stuff, right? So you also got to keep in mind now, too, that indie games are becoming, like, the line is blurring. The line is blurring between what is, perceived to be an indie game and what is perceived to be a AAA game. There are so many video games out there that are indie games that have the quality of a AAA game that they get confused for AAA all the time. It's literally happening right now to Expedition 33. Everybody swears that's a AAA game when it's an indie game. By definition, especially. So people are looking at these titles and they're like, hold up. I just spent $20 on Hollow Knight Silksong, and I got XYZ amount of hours out of it, an insane amount of hours out of it. It was an interesting art style, it was a lot of fun, difficult combat, very rewarding, everything under the sun. $20 for that. And you want me to spend $80 on Mario Kart. Like you want me to spend $70 on XYZ. So you thought it was a AA game? Nope. It's classified as an indie game. So it is like $25 or less is the number. Even if you don't want to talk retail pricing, right? People are less likely to spend $70 on one game. They rather wait for like a 50% off sale at the minimum and then get two for the same number, right? Would you rather spend $70 on one game or play through your backlog and then spend $35 on two games, right? Or better yet, spend $20 on 4 games. Like this is something that people are becoming smarter, and people are choosing to be definitely more stingy, I guess you could say, with their money, and they should. when it comes to video games like this. You know, everybody's got a backlog for the most part. Most gamers have a backlog, even if it's not extensive, but most gamers have a backlog. Like, at least, I think most people could say they have at least, 2 to 5 games that they haven't played yet, that they definitely can play at any point in time. I'm not saying like you got hundreds of games, but I'm saying, at the very least, most people have a couple of games that they haven't played yet, that is in their backlog, that they bought on sale, that they're going to play eventually, So there's tons of games for people to play, and I think people are realizing that more than ever. So yeah, unless you are a standout hit, unless you give it your all, unless you are actually worth the investment, both in time and in money, players are choosing to wait now more than ever. And I feel like I've noticed this for the last year, and now all of a sudden it takes a research team in order to find out what we've been talking about for the last fucking year. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I feel a little vindicated. Again, I don't know. It's just, I don't even know what's the research. Let's see. If you've anecdotally clocked a rise in cheap but fun games regularly taking over Steam, you may be intrigued to hear there might be something to this trend on the statistical level as well. New research from analyst newsletter Games Discover Co. finds that the median price of best-selling new Steam games has dropped of upwards to 14%. 14% in the last 2 years, However, looking at the median, which is going to be more useful when interrogating specific price brackets within an industry that's been trending pricier thanks to inflation. No, you guys aren't trending pricier thanks to inflation. You guys are trending pricier due to greed and corporate mismanagement. You guys can easily release video games for the price that you have been releasing video games for a while, but you are choosing to bloat your studios. You are choosing to not fire useless waste. And even though now you are choosing to do it because now AI is booming, if it wasn't for AI, you guys would still be holding on to these useless fucking employees that are literally just leeches on your payroll. It happens all the time. Like they're the ones wasting money, and they want us to pick up the bill for it. Right? These are the people that AAA studios have $200 million budgets, $300 million budgets, some of them going over $400 million, 10 years in development, 3 different iterations of a video game. First 2 are canceled. That's mismanagement. That's not inflation. That is mismanagement. Right? So they're all banking on AI being able to save them. They're banking on AI being able to make up for their laziness, being able to make up for their lack of skills some of these developers have. That's not going to happen. Right? Is there inflation? Of course, absolutely. But for that to be the sole blame, it's not. And everybody knows that. However, looking at the median, which is going to be more useful, again, 20% drop for the same period. This means that there's a noticeable increase in cheaper titles when looking at the sheer numbers of units over the last 2.5 years. That's good. That means that developers are getting smarter. They're lowering their development costs, and they're releasing these video games at more attractive prices. The market is correcting itself. This is what's called market correction. When you guys thought you could keep overcharging and overcharging and overcharging and overcharging, eventually people are going to start speaking with their wallets, and that's exactly what happened. And then developers who are smart are going to give people what they want. $25 or less titles that give you a lot of content. These figures come from Steam games ranked by units sold. Oh, so now the Steam numbers matter. The Steam numbers matter all of a sudden to the point where you can do a research like this. That's interesting. If you rank the top selling releases for the same period by revenue instead, Game Discover Co. reckons the numbers changed slightly. The mean price is still down 2%, but the median price instead shows a 14% drop for the period. That's rough. That's rough. You got to get up on it. Yeah, like now Steam matters, right? They always change their story. One day Steam matters, the next day Steam doesn't matter, the next day it does matter. It's like it's all over the fucking place. The report points to 2 extremes: games that are under $20 that people may be more willing to take a chance on. Bro, this is literally what I've been saying for a year. Precisely because they're affordable, and big or AAA games in the $70 range that have the brand power to bring people in at that price. Games have continued to find success in the middle ground. This year's $50 Clear Obscure Expedition 33 is an obvious one, and Game Discover Co. points to the likes of Grounded 2, which was $30, and Titan Quest, which is $35. But it can be trickier to win in this price range if a game lacks that dirt cheap or mega brand appeal. Dude, it's fucking unbelievable. This is literally what I've been saying for over a year, and these people now want to pretend as if they discovered some fucking new scientific research, bro. It's not hard. You don't need research to tell you the fucking obvious. You don't need research to be able to look at the numbers and see, oh, okay, so Hollow Knight Silksong is doing fucking 600,000 concurrent players. Megabonk is doing 150,000 concurrent players. Duck Off is doing almost 400,000 concurrent players. It doesn't take a genius to see that these cheaper games that are fun and give a lot of content for the price are doing gangbuster numbers. And seeing games like Silent Hill F doing fucking trash numbers at a $70 price point. It doesn't take a genius. You don't need research to be able to tell you, hey, one avenue seems to be a lot more profitable than the other as long as you do the right thing. It's crazy, man. I would always advocate for buying 3 to 5 games for the $70 price tag or $80 price tag. I mean, look at it now. Steam is having a Black Friday sale. We just went over that yesterday. You know how many good games? Bro, Space Marine 3 is like 20-something bucks right now. I'm sorry, Space Marine 2, not Space Marine 3. Space Marine 2 is like 20-something bucks right now. You know what I mean? You could get a Dark Souls game for like under 10 bucks or something like that. Or like 15, 20 bucks, whatever it was. Still, it's crazy, man. Why would you spend $80 on what, the brand new game? Who cares? Play your backlog. Anyway, so that's amazing, and seeing this makes me laugh my ass off because I've been saying this for the longest time, over a year now, and I feel vindicated now that this is how long it took the Eurydice to catch up to a simple YouTuber. That's it. To a simple YouTuber, it took them over a year, and it took them scientific research to catch up. And the entire time while they were researching the Steam numbers, they were screaming, "Steam numbers don't matter." It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. All right, let's continue. So we got, let me X this out, X that out, X this out. Okay, so I'm looking forward to this game. I don't know about you guys. I know some of you are because we discussed this not that long ago. But the Exodus game is apparently going to be revealing a new trailer at the Game Awards. This particular video game has been looking pretty good, right? Pretty good. This is the game that was done by former Mass Effect team members, basically the ones that decided to leave BioWare. It's expected to release next year, and it was revealed at the Game Awards 2023. I am looking forward to this particular game. Now, obviously, when you watch the trailer, you can clearly see Mass Effect's inspiration. We can watch this just to get an idea really quick. So that was their announcement telling you that something's coming at the Game Awards. So it's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. We're going to see if it looks as good as it did before, you know, within reason. Anything can change, obviously, but I'm definitely very curious about it. I've been curious about it for a while, so we'll see. We need to bring back good sci-fi in video games. We need to. Like, it needs to come back. We have to. I remember waiting for the next Mass Effect as if it was like waiting for the next Star Wars. Just a video game version of it. We need to bring it back. There needs to be good sci-fi brought back. If not, then fuck it. So I'm gonna abandon the genre. Abandon the genre. You guys are probably confused about Grand Theft Auto 5 being in the title, and trust me, I am too. So Grand Theft Auto 5 is up for a Game of the Year award in 2025. And you're probably thinking to yourself, what the fuck? How is that possible? What kind of nonsense is this? Well, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, you are able to vote for Grand Theft Auto 5 in the Steam Awards, which we talked about yesterday. If you guys haven't voted in the Steam Awards, please go vote in the Steam Awards. Okay. Grand Theft Auto 5 is up for a Game of the Year award, right? And here's what it says. Grand Theft Auto 5 can be nominated for the Game of the Year category in the Steam Awards 2025, thanks to the enhanced edition releasing this year. Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 5 has been one of the most relevant titles in gaming for over a decade. I don't know if I would call it relevant, but, that's where we're at. So basically, here's what it is. This game can be voted in 2025 because the enhanced edition released this year on Steam. That's why you can vote for it as Game of the Year in 2020. That's fucking crazy, bro. This is why they keep doing all these editions so that it could stay relevant throughout the years, so that people never forget about it. But I'm telling you right now, nobody should be voting for this game in 2025. This should not be Game of the anything in 2025. We need to stop. We need to fucking stop. They're like, oh yeah, so we're not releasing 6, but hey, can you vote for us for Game of the Year at the Steam Awards again? We need to stop, bro. Let's stop this fucking madness, man. I'm gonna catch up on super chats really quick. We got Randall Hess for 8 months, says 8 months. Let's fucking go. Shout out to Randall Hess. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Mr. Melancholy with a 5 says Mayor Brandon Johnson would win gold in the deflect and obfuscate Olympics. Sure as fuck would. That was the craziest shit I think I've ever heard in my life. Deadly Catzilla with a 2. Tonight I'm touching a turkey. You better not. You better not. You better stop it. Stop it right now. Speedy Cake with a 5. The only thing that can make the Kiryu clip funnier is if someone were to AI Yang Ye's voice over it while speaking Japanese. Dude. Stop it. Don't do that. Deadly Catzilla says, I'm sorry, became a member. Shout out to Deadly Catzilla. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Black RX99 became a member. Shout out to Black RX99. Thank you so much. Zelosi with a 5 says, have you seen a game called Drag Kentos yet? Not sure if you covered it. I think we talked about it before. I'm almost positive we talked about it before. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could have sworn we did. If not on our own showcase, then probably the OTK showcase. I could have sworn we did. If not, I'll check. Odin Dark with a 5. Hey, research team, allow me to finish your homework. Higher prices for games means higher expectations. Get a clue. Yeah, I'm on, again, a research team to determine the obvious is beyond me. We got Res V1 with a $100 or 100 SGD. What is SGD? Is that Singapore? I think that's Singapore. Shout out to you, man. He says, or she says, or they say, or the titties say, hello. So...
Here we go! Mucha lucha! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha!
Shout out for the $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. That's insane. That's insane. But you didn't pick any girls, so I'm gonna have to probably pick one. I'll pick one, unless the chat's gonna help you pick one. Then that's up to them. And then for another 5, the $100 is the bribe buddy for Hypnotic to promote actual good games. Well, I mean, I promote games that are interesting to me. If you don't find them interesting, there's really not much I could do about that. You know, we all make mistakes, I suppose. But I still love you anyway. Shout out for the 5. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Legendary. Absolutely legendary. Demon Carol for 13 months. Insert shit dad joke. God damn it. You still got me, even without a dad joke. Barry Stroud for 14 months. I went to a gender reveal party. Everyone else was dressed.
Holy shit.
No, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. I never heard that one before. Black RX99 with a 2. If GTA 5 or online don't die, GTA 6 will never come out. Bro, they're going to ride that out as long as possible. You realize that, right? They've been writing it out for I don't even know how long now. It's ridiculous, bro. It's free money for them. It's easy money. We got a Dare Soto with a 10. This has just happened like this was last year. What happened to the Game Awards when they changed the rules only in 2 weeks that DLC is now allowed in the Game Awards? This is ridiculous. This needs to stop. Yeah, and they're going to keep changing the rules as long as it fits whatever they need for the year. And last year, considering not too many good games came out, they decided to allow DLCs in order to try to, I guess, fake boost the nominations. A lot of you guys are choosing anywhere between redheads and elves. But I see a lot of redheads. There's a lot of people saying redheads. So for this red boy, we're going to give a redhead.
It's a red boy hyper banger, bitches! Let's bring the ladies in!
Holy shit.
To Rez for the $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Rez for 8 months. I'm unsure why YouTube changed my profile to Discord username, and I'm unsure how to switch it back. Oh, I have no idea. I don't know how. Like, YouTube has been. I don't know what they've been doing with usernames. I have no fucking clue. They've been absolute trash with it. One day they want to do @ names. The next day they want to do chosen names. The next day they're going back to @ names. It's all over the fucking place. This channel has @ names. My gaming channel has regular names. I don't know what it's doing. I have no control over the names whatsoever. That is YouTube being stupid, sadly. So that's where we're at. Shout out for 8 months of legendary status. Thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. I don't think there's anything on Rumble. Let me just double check. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I'm definitely wrong. Oh, I'm so wrong. Hold on. I'm so wrong. We got Rakin Knight, the legend with a 5, says it's turkey hunting season. I need a bird for Thanksgiving dinner. And I just called you a legend, man.
Do not touch the fucking turkey!
Damn it, Rakin Knight. Come on, man. Come on. You can't just eat some chicken. Eat some chicken. Torinol with $1. When the big brands have degraded past the point, they no longer stand out against indie games. The big brands must change or die. I agree. And the truth is that the indie games, like I was saying before, have gotten so much better in terms of overall quality, and the ease of access to development has become so much easier that there is so much competition. These AAA studios, they used to just think they had complete control over your money. That's no longer the case anymore. And it hasn't been the case for a while. All right, we got gifted games really quick, and then we're getting into the content, boys. We got some more things we got to go over. Shout out to Faye. The legend Faye says, hi, I saw this on your wish list, so I got it for you and gifted Celeste. Yeah, this has been on my wish list for a while. Shout out to Faye. Thank you so much for Celeste. I've heard some good things about it. I gotta check it out, see how it is. Thank you so much. You know a game has to be decent when other developers are trying to use you to describe their own game. They'd be like, oh, it's a Celeste-like game. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Thank you so much, Faye. And then Angmar WK says this one looks cool. Found it at random. Another one for your horror collection. Not gonna lie, indie horror stepping it up. Ayla, we reacted to this. We reacted to this game, Ayla. We said this actually looked really good. A lot of people said that this was really good. Ayla, I'm excited as fuck to get this one. First-person horror game set in the near future, filled with immersive technology. I am 100% down for this one. Shout out Angmar. Thank you so much, brother, for Ayla. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Dark Exile says Hypnotic Ash and Steel is on sale, bundled with Tainted Grail. That's a hell of a deal, in my opinion. Depending on how much, but that's a hell of a deal. Tainted Grail was really good. I want to get back. I want to platinum that game. I really do. I want to platinum a lot of games. Just have no time. That's the problem. All right, boys. Let's get to the content. So that's it for the that's it for the Grand Theft Auto story. Let's talk about Last Epoch real quick. So you guys know the situation that's happening with Craft On, the lawsuit, and the fact that they're saying they're going to be like almost 80% AI in the next couple of years or whatever. Like that's their goal. And they're adopting AI left and right. So if you're a Subnautica fan, I would be a little bit, curious. But Last Epoch developers say they will not charge for its first expansion and that they are not pivoting to AI as well. They said, to be clear, our development approach is not changing. Now, I find this to be interesting considering that, like the article says, Craft On does own the Last Epoch developers. Now, I played Last Epoch. I enjoyed it. I think there are some aspects to it that are actually better than Diablo. But overall, these games, bro, they take so much of your time, and I'm trying to play other games. But I think, how many hours do I have in Last Epoch? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now. Last Epoch, I have. What the fuck is my time played? Oh, there we go. So I only have 30 hours in it. That's it. I have 30 hours in it. Nothing too crazy. But it was a fun 30 hours. I ended up leveling the shit out of a necromancer. Pretty damn good game overall. I liked it. But the end game was definitely not quite there in comparison to its competition, in my opinion. So they're coming out with their first expansion. And they apparently are not charging for it. So that's a win. That's a win. So I'm curious to see how this studio is going to continue, considering we all know Craft On is doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on AI. It would be a shame to see this particular video game go to shit because they want to focus on AI so much. You got 400 hours in Last Epoch? Damn. You got 1,000 hours? Damn. God damn, bro. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I would too if I wasn't trying to play so many other games. Because you guys give me so many games, I try to play them as much as possible. I do it, or try to beat them for that matter. All right, let's get to the next one. This is a big one. Okay, so let's talk about Splitgate 2. You guys remember Splitgate 2? Make FPSs great again. Remember that? The whole fake-ass controversy from the gaming industry. They tried to pretend like they got fake offended because the guy who was behind Splitgate 2 decided to wear a fake MAGA hat. You guys don't remember that? Weenie for Sweetie doesn't remember that? All right, let me remind you. Make FPS great again. Let me see if I can find the picture. Hold on. All right, so he wore this hat. Yeah, I got the picture. Here we go. So the lead guy behind Splitgate 2 wore this hat at the award show. Remember this? He wore this hat at the award show, and that's like the worst thing you could do, right? Why would you wear anything that is even remotely referencing Trump, even if it's a joke, which it was? Why would you wear this in a room filled with absolute destructive wokies? So eventually, he wore the hat, and at first he tried to defend it, which I feel like he should have stuck to that. He tried to defend it and say, it's just a joke, it's just a hat. We just want to make good FPSs. Nothing wrong with that. But then, very typically, the next day or the day after, he bent the fucking knee, right? He bent the knee and resulted in nobody wanting to support him, right? So by not sticking to his gun, he lost the wokies and he lost the regular people by bending the knee, right? So the game ends up coming out. They release the game. And needless to say, it doesn't do too well. It actually does fucking awful, okay? So if you look at the numbers, this is what it released to. So 25,785, okay? 25,785. The game is currently in beta. That's why they have a couple of people playing the game right now. And then in a weird twist, in a very weird twist, not only did the second game release and fail, which is weird, but he decided to shut down the first game. Splitgate, the first game ended up announcing that they were going to shut down, which is fucking weird, bro. They're going to be killing this game, apparently. So, and you can clearly see this game did so much better than the second one did by a long shot. So, anyway, now that you guys have the context and the history lesson, we now have where they are going to be releasing the second game again. Because what they did was they shut down the second game, they brought it back to beta, and now they're going to re-release it again. After its Make FPS Great Again controversy, Splitgate 2 is relaunching with a humbler tone. The goal is to grow over time, not aim for a massive splash on day one. They said, thank you to everyone who participated in the Splitgate 2 beta. The studio announced on Steam, on December 4th, the beta season and active battle passes will be ending, alongside your seasonal rank progress. We'll also be taking the beta service offline on the 4th to prepare for launch later in December. So, again, I got to be real with you. I don't know if this is going to help them whatsoever. I think what's going to happen is this game's going to release. It is not going to do well. And after 6 months to a year, we're going to hear about layoffs or potential studio closure and video game shutdown. That's what I genuinely think is going to happen here. That's what history tells me. Unless it comes out the gate with something amazing that I don't know about, I just don't think this game is going to do very well considering what happened. So we'll see what ends up happening with this. But again, I would not hold my breath. Weedy for Sweetie says, I'll gift it to you. Yeah, I don't know if I'll play it, to be honest with you. But I appreciate it regardless. Thank you. All right, let's continue. Oh, actually, let me catch up on Super Chats because the next one's going to be a longer topic. We got Panther for 30 months of legendary status. 6 months more to power up to the next level. That turkey needs to meet Hal 2000. Hal will take good care of him. Dear mother of God. Shout out to Panther, man. 30 months is crazy. 30 months. Vet Gamer for 12 months. 5,253.1 hours in Fallout 4.
Holy shit.
God damn. Oh my God. Had it since launch, breaks me what they have done to it. Been a sad start to the holidays for me. Yeah, we're going to talk about Fallout 4 in a second. So shout out to you, man. That's insane. 5,000. You have almost as much hours in Fallout 4 that I used to have in World of Warcraft. That's crazy. Oh my God. I think I'm at 7,000 hours in Final Fantasy 14. Now, to be fair, I skipped an entire expansion for the most part, but still. Crazy, man. Crazy. All right, let's get into this particular topic. Let's get into this particular topic, boys. It's gonna be an interesting one. So we're gonna talk about Ghost of Titty. We're gonna talk about Ghost of Titty, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what's sad? It's like I don't even want to bother. You know why I don't want to bother? Because this is exactly what they want. This is exactly what they want, right? This is why they write this shit. They write shit like this because they know like this is the only time they get views. This is the only time they get clicks. From the people who swear, by the way, that the only time the YouTubers get clicks are with controversy. Meanwhile, my Where Winds Beat video that I released today, where I was talking good about it, and also, to be fair, talking about some of the issues that people have with it, but overall still praising the East for the most part. That video is at almost 20,000 views and rising. So, like, what the fuck? Anyway. So, former Ghost of Yotei artist says that she wasn't fired because of a Charlie Kirk joke, but because of a harassment campaign that nobody at Sony or Sucker Punch bothered investigating.
I say over and over and over again, I hate being alive, I hate being alive, I hate breathing, I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain, I'm in tremendous pain. Help me, help me, help me. I'm in so much pain, I'm in so much pain, I'm in so much pain.
Guys, I want to remind you that this is the person who, after she got fired for celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, doubled down and said that she was fighting fascism. And that by fighting fascism, if that means she loses her job, she will do it 100 times over. So does that mean that we are now at the 101 time now? Are you finally regretting what happened, or regretting like what you did, or like what's going on here? Because I don't think that's the case at all. I think what's happening is that you were speaking very big, and then reality hit, and suddenly the invincibility that you thought you had is suddenly not there anymore. So we all knew this was going to happen, right? It's only a matter of time. If there's one thing that gaming journalists love more than misrepresenting things, it's trying to turn one of their own into a victim and running that story as if it's going to stick with anybody that actually means anything. See, the problem with the gaming industry is it's one big circle jerk, right? That's the problem with the gaming industry. It's one big circle jerk, meaning they only want to impress each other. They only want to virtue signal to each other. And they only are trying to convince each other that they're virtuous. They don't care about you. They don't care about the gamer. They don't care about convincing you of who they are or whatever. All they care about is convincing each other that they are what they say they are. That's all they care about. So what ends up happening is they write stories like this. They write articles like this. And what ends up happening is nobody listens. And then they complain that nobody listens. Why? Because it's one big fucking circle jerk. And the truth is that the people at the bottom in the gaming industry, your average community manager, your average developer, your average whatever, those executives in the gaming industry, they only care about one thing, and that's making money. Every other retard at the bottom that thinks their company cares about their social cause, they haven't quite realized yet that their company doesn't fucking care about their social cause. The executives only care about making money, which is why the first ones to get fired when things go bad in order to make stock shareholders happy are the retards at the bottom. 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10. They're like, you know what? All right, well, we let the retards run amok. They tanked our game, but we can still make shareholders happy if we fire a bunch of people and we lower our payroll. That way, we're still good for the year. And the executives get their bonuses off the backs of the retards that really thought that they care about them. Although I think they're getting smarter now and they're realizing that's not the case anymore. But, you know, that took them forever. So this article here, just like all the other articles that are out there, Kotaku, PC Gamer, what was the website that Alyssa Mercante wrote for? Aftermath. They're all doing the same thing. They're all repeating the same shit and misrepresenting all of it to try to make it seem like this is one super innocent girl who did nothing wrong and didn't deserve to be fired, right? I think David Jaffe jumped in on this as well. Again, the ironic thing is that the only reason why I even know about this is because I was on PC Gamer looking up other more important topics. And then I ended up seeing this and I was like, oh my God, are you fucking serious? And then I end up going on Twitter and what do I see? I see Smash talking about it. I see David Jaffe talking about it. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Why is this showing up? Anyway, so I want to read this last part because this last part's hilarious. Because of the harassment campaign that nobody at Sony or Sucker Punch bothered investigating, that's why she got fired. So she didn't get fired for making fun of Charlie Kirk or celebrating his death or whatever. She didn't get fired to that, according to her. She got fired because of the chuds. She got fired because of those goddamn YouTubers doing a harassment campaign. Again, guys, I've been saying this for years. I think these retards do not understand what the actual meaning of a harassment campaign is. They don't realize that there isn't no secret room where everybody's getting together and planning their next video on somebody. They don't realize that that's not how YouTube works. YouTube is a social forum in the sense that once people who watch other YouTubers do a video, if they are also YouTubers, chances are, if they're in the same sphere, they're probably going to do the video too because they find out from the other YouTubers. And then it starts trickling down. There is no organization. There is no harassment. There is no campaign. There is no none of that shit. It's other people seeing videos of topics they're interested in that they end up wanting to talk about as well. It is no different than the journalist who writes the beginning article and then every other retarded journalist copies the same article and puts it out there. It's no different. So why the fuck are you guys allowed to do multiple articles on the same bullshit, but other YouTubers cannot do multiple videos on the same bullshit? How is that a harassment campaign? But what you guys do every single fucking day is not a harassment campaign. It's because it's not. Neither one of them are. So, in any case, my favorite line right here, Gamergate is alive and well in 2025. Yeah, you want to know why? You want to know why that supposed Gamergate that you guys are so fucking scared of? That the Gamergate is not even a thing, bro. There is no like Gamergate discussion forum or whatever. You know what I mean? Gamergate is about ethics in journalism, gaming journalism, right? It gets called Gamergate because people like to put titles to things that are happening so that everybody understands what's happening. But it doesn't mean there's like this organized crime syndicate that is out there trying to take down everybody. You know why the supposed Gamergate is still alive? It's because you dumb motherfuckers are still doing the same thing every fucking day. What happened all the way back in 2010, 11, whatever the fuck Gamergate was, what happened back then is literally still happening to this day. And because it's still happening, guess what? People don't like it. Shocker. I know that is so shocking that people don't like when other people who are trying to make themselves the gold standard of information are sleeping in the same bed as the people that they're buying products from. I know that shocks you. I know that does. But people don't like it. That's like if you go to a friend of yours and say, hey, have you been to this restaurant? What do you think about this restaurant? And the friend says, hey, the restaurant's fucking amazing. It's the best restaurant ever. It's got the best food, the best waitresses. You need to go there right now. And you go there only to look inside of the restaurant on the wall of fame and see that one of the investors to the restaurant is the same fucking person that told you to go there. It's the same thing. You guys are practicing access media, and then you're angry when people are calling out the access media bullshit. It just doesn't make any sense. So you guys not changing the way you do things, and if anything, doubling down, tripling down because you love it. You love it. Let's be real. You guys fucking love it, man. You love the attention. You love the access media. Even though you don't get paid for it, you sure love getting that free Xbox controller every now and then. You love getting that collector's edition that you can't afford to pay for, but it's okay because they're going to give it to you anyway. You guys love that shit. You love it. Let's be real. You go at home, you sleep next to every single donated item that you've ever gotten in your beds, and you go to bed feeling important. You go to bed feeling special. You think about that collector's box that you got and that glowing review that you gave the game, and you think that you did something good. Because in the review, well, let's be fair. You probably forgot to talk about the game. You were too busy talking about fascism in America. But still, you wrote that review. You mentioned fascism in America. You set fire to a MAGA hat as part of a weekly ritual. And you went about your day, going to bed, feeling unbelievably virtuous. And then you woke up the next day and you realize that the fucking chuds, the people who are, for the most part, not practicing access media, the people who, for the most part, at least try to be honest, although there are some people in this sphere that aren't, let's be real. You look at them and you say, well, I don't understand what's happening. I'm doing everything by the rule book. I'm following the rules. If I'm following the rules, why am I not getting rewarded for it? What is happening right now? And then envy starts to kick in. You get a little bit upset. You start looking a little bit side-eyed at that collector's box that you got, and you realize how fucking worthless it is. Because at the end of the day, looking at that collector's box, you remind yourself, oh shit, Well, I'm not actually that important. I'm not that important. Wow. How is it that these YouTubers that don't have journalist degrees, if that's even a thing, that didn't get sent, to school by their parents or didn't do all the things they were supposed to do by the rule book, that don't spend every day talking about their sexuality, how is it that these people have followings, large, massive followings, and all you have is a collector's edition box or a controller or maybe a couple of cookies here and there, or if you're lucky, a gaming chair? How is that possible? So that is why Gamergate, as they would put it, because they're the ones that call it that. Although I'm sure there's some people that call it that as well, but let's be real, they're the ones that do it. This is why Gamergate is alive and well. It's because you dumb motherfuckers want to write about anything other than video games, and then in the same breath want to complain that YouTubers want to talk about anything other than the games. Well, that's not true whatsoever. Just because they're talking about the games in a way that you don't like doesn't make it any less more important than what you do on a daily basis. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to keep complaining about Gamergate, and they're going to keep coping about it. And the truth is that they're calling literally anything Gamergate now. They're calling people on Twitter that complain about like the screen caps of the articles. They call them Gamergaters. Like everybody's a fucking Gamergater now. You know what it is? It's the new alt-right. It's the new right-wing chud, whatever. I don't even know. Like what do you even call them these days? You know? And all of this because the person who, by the way, they say they weren't fired. They say they weren't fired for the joke that they did. But they absolutely were fired for the joke that they did. You want to know how we know that? Because the studio condemned them publicly. The studio said that they do not allow that. Now, to be fair, I don't believe them. Obviously, I know there's a lot of wokies there at Sucker Punch, obviously. But the truth is that that moron was sacrificed on the altar in public for everyone to see because the studio knows that that person went a little bit too far. And they openly said that they were let go because of the joke that they do not stand by. And as a studio, they cannot allow it. So if the studio says that they got fired for the joke, why are you writing an article saying that she wasn't fired for the joke? It's because it's all about victimhood. That's all it is. Got to be a victim. It wasn't the joke that did it. It was the company not doing their due diligence, investigating my joke and realizing that it wasn't as bad as the fucking chuds were saying. Why? Because you guys were getting phone calls? You guys were getting emails? First off, I want to make it very clear. I will never understand the spamming of phone calls and emails. I do not have the time in the day. I really don't. So shout out to you guys or anybody else who has the time. I don't have the time. But if you're going to complain about emails and phone calls and losing your job over it, then why did you guys set that standard so many years ago? Why did you choose to set that standard so many years ago? Are you upset about it now because people are deciding to return the favor? 10 years later? 10 years plus? You guys set that standard. You guys gave them the strategy. All they did was decide to utilize it once you guys went too far. See, the problem is you couldn't control your emotions. You guys tend to do that. You tend to celebrate way too quickly. Remember when you guys thought you took down Smash JT's website because you got it taken down by an automated takedown over the weekend when Wix was off thinking you finally defeated the Chud, only for Monday to come around, and when Wix went back into the office, they realized what happened was wrong and stupid, and they reinstated the website, and then you went silent about it? But for 2 days, you were celebrating as if you fucking did something, you goddamn retards? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? For the people that swear they're so important, for the people that swear that you got so many other things that you could be doing in your life because you're so important, you are the official golden standard, then why are you so focused on the chuds? It's amazing how I could get views talking about pretty much anything. Thankfully, I'm blessed for that. But you guys can only get any interaction when you talk about us. Why is that? Why is that? It makes you wonder. You want to talk about how people's channels are dying, their views are going down, their donos are going away. Again, I don't know where you're getting this information, but you say this. You say these things. I ignore all of it because I do have better things to do. I actually do play the games. Right? I actually do go out throughout the day. I don't just fucking stay at my computer all day. But it's actually hilarious to me that you guys are the ones that can't do a fucking thing without mentioning the chuds. Trust me, every once in a while, unfortunately, on my Twitter profile, I am graced with your bullshit because the other people that I follow interact with your bullshit. So even if I don't interact with your bullshit, because I interact with them, I got to look at the bullshit half the time. But I see what's going on. You talk about the chuds, you get a couple of 100 likes. You talk about the dick you took in your ass the other day, you get 5 likes. What's going on here? What's going on here? You talk about video games that you like, almost nothing happens. 2 likes, 3 likes. You show for a video game, 10 likes if you're lucky. I made a positive post on Twitter the other day. Well, not the other day, a while ago. You know what? Let me see. Because my average Twitter likes are like anywhere between 100 and 300 likes a post. And I don't have a big following whatsoever. I don't have a big following whatsoever. But out of curiosity, let me see. Am I talking shit? Am I talking shit? Look at this. I'm not talking shit. Look at this. When they post positively about stuff, nothing happens. Okay? Your boy, Mr. Negative Nancy, okay? Mr. Negative Nancy, I don't talk positive about anything. Remember that? I don't talk positive about nothing. You know, there's no positivity here, right? I literally made an entire fucking post about tormented souls. And this is the first one. This is not even the second one. The second one's an even better game. I made a post about tormented souls. I got 326 likes, almost 10,000 views, talking positively and tagging the developers that they like the post, by the way. Tagging the developers. This is higher than my average. I only get about, like I said, 100 to 200 likes per post. This is higher than my average for a video game that most people haven't even heard of at the time. So how come I can do it, but you can't do it? And all you guys talk about is how you're positive, but at the end of the day, you're just fake positive. You're not positive. Most of your fucking... You could like it yourself. Oh, that's true. You know what? Fuck it, bitch. 327. Let's go. 327 now.
Let's say over and over and over again.
That's right. 327, bitch. But if I could do it, how come you can't do it? Again, it's amazing. They're trying to get under my skin. They can't. They can't because it is what it is, bro. I do not interact with these people. I do not interact with these people at all. Now, obviously, other people do, and that's fine. Do what you want. Do whatever you want with your time. See, the thing is, I don't try to control people with what they can and cannot do with their time. What I like to do is talk about video games. Good, bad, ugly, unknown, known, and everything in between. The difference is that I would never want to silence them for whatever they talk about. They can do these articles. It's fine. But if you could do these articles and you can have every single journalist spew it as if it's truth and copy and paste it, then I should be able to look at the articles, especially the copy and paste one from PC Gamer, and I should be able to do videos on it. I should be able to look at it and talk about it. That's what I should be able to do. The truth is that they don't want you to have that ability to do it. They want to be able to hold you down and stop you from talking about it. They want the world that existed 15 years ago. That world is gone. That world is gone. I don't know how to inform you that world is gone, other than just to rip the Band-Aid off and tell you that world is gone. The world in which you are able to openly lie in articles and gamer magazines and all that shit is gone. It is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. People are going to look at what you write, just like people look at our videos, and they're going to say what they're going to say, whether you like it or not. That world is gone. All you could do is keep putting out content. That's it. And the people who are going to resonate with your content are going to resonate with it. They do have people that resonate with their content. Granted, it's not much, right? It's not much, but they do have people that resonate with their content. And we have people that resonate with our content. The problem is that they're highly upset that a lot of people are resonating with our content versus theirs. I know they never want to admit that because these people are too proud. They're too proud to admit that they're filled with rage and envy. But considering that the conversation always ends up coming down to status and money, I think it's safe to say that envy is the primary concern for a lot of these people, or the primary issue, I should say, for a lot of these people. Now, if they were talking about anything other than status and money, then maybe we would have another conversation. But this is what it is. And they'll frame it as something different all the time. They'll say, no, we just think you're bigoted. Is it really about that, though? And then you keep asking questions, and eventually, what's going to end up happening? Well, I don't understand how you get this many viewers. I don't understand how you get this many subscribers. I just don't get it. I don't get it. You don't have to get it. You don't have to get it. That's the beauty of it. There's so many things that we don't get in the world, and guess what? We just continue to keep living. I don't know if you know this, but the majority of the oceans are not even explored. Can you imagine what's down there? Can you imagine what's down there? In those oceans that are unexplored? Could be fucking aliens down there for all we know. You don't see me tripping about it. So just because you don't understand things doesn't mean you got to sit there and think about it over and over and over and over again. You don't got to think about it. You don't got to think about it. Why don't you concern yourself with the people that are around you? The industry, all that stuff. They can't write anything like this without mentioning the chuds. They can't, because they know that we're going to make videos on it. They know we're going to cover it. Well, to be fair, most of the time I kind of skip out on this because it's stupid. And as we can clearly see, it's fucking retarded. Look at this. Look at this. Just one day after posting a joke about the murder of a high-profile alt-right provocateur, Charlie Kirk. They can't even help themselves. Even in the article, they can't even help themselves, bro. And you mean to tell me that you expect the majority of people to resonate with this kind of stuff? Hey, props to you, my guy. If you think that that's going to work, by all means, have at it. Have fun with it. You are allowed to do so. See how easy that is? See how easy it is to say, you know what? You're allowed to talk about that. Wow. If only the world could be like that more, right? If only the world could be like that more, instead of people trying to sue other people into silence. It really is quite amazing. We might even be able to find common ground if you weren't so full of shit. But in any case, so like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this kind of nonsense, this will be probably the one time throughout this year that I think I've spoken about something like this. And it'll probably be the last. And you know what? Feels good. It feels good. It feels good to talk about it. Because every single day we deal with these people. They constantly try to shit talk in passing. They don't like to mention names, unless it's Grums, by the way. If it's Grums, they'll mention names all day long. Whenever they write articles, they mention names. It's because they have been most likely taught to not mention certain names because of a lawsuit that's going on right now. So they don't want to, muddy the waters and give that particular person any ammo to use against their holy grail. But, this is, unless it's Grums and who's the other one they like mentioning? Oh, Asmongold. Asmongold, that's right. You know why they mention Asmongold? Because Asmongold has openly said on video that he's not even going to bother suing any of these people. So now, because they were scared initially. They were scared. They would usually say, they would treat him like Voldemort. And they would say, a certain right-wing influencer that has a massive following. That's what they would say. Now they say Asmongold because now they realize that the multimillionaire who doesn't spend money on anything is not going to splurge and spend money suing them into a fucking oblivion. So now they mention his name because they're not scared anymore. Had he never said that, they would keep treating him like Voldemort because they don't want to ever be able to get held accountable for any of the shit that they say. So, but yeah, Asmongold doesn't give a fuck. He does not care. Asmongold doesn't have to sue these people. And honestly, I don't think he should. I don't think he should. I don't think people hating on you or whatever is lawsuit worthy. And as long as they're not going crazy and like trying to physically harm you or anything like that. Like he doesn't care, and he's the epitome of what they hate. Like he represents everything they hate, right? I don't want to call it low effort content because he streams for a lot of hours, but for the most part, no, he's not even right wing. He's not even right wing. I know that, Adverbill. He's literally not even right wing, but they call him anyway. They call him that anyway. So in any case, this story was stupid. And considering it was written by retards, I'm not exactly very shocked by that. And again, I'm only going to showcase the PC Gamer article because I'm not even going to bother giving the click to the person who originated this. And I'm not even going to bother giving the click to the website that desperately wants the attention. PC Gamer gets little to no traction, so I don't give a fuck about them. See, this is what happens when people just regurgitate the same shit. I get to react to this for fun. Yay. So that's what it is. Congratulations, PC Gamer and everybody involved. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You guys are amazing. You're the golden standard. Everybody's definitely going to listen to you because of how smart you guys are. Clearly. Shout out to Smash in the chat. What's up, man? Where are we at? The reason why they call them right wing is because they're so far left. Yeah, obviously I know that. These people are so far gone that even people in the center look like fucking like Nazis to them. That's how far gone they are in their own worldview. Every day it's about the chuds. Every fucking day it's about the chuds to these people. They write articles about the chuds. They talk to each other about the chuds. They plan to write more articles about the chuds. They plan to do all this shit about, like, they talk to the gaming industry about the chuds. When they go and they have an event and they get flown out in free hotels, free food, free everything, when they sit down with the developers and the cameras are off, they're talking about the chuds. Everything is about the fucking chuds. Crazy, bro. When I'm not on YouTube, I mean, I'm not thinking about fucking YouTube. No offense, man. I love you guys. But when I'm not on YouTube, I'm off. I'm out to the day. I'm fucking busy. I'm busy, bro. These people, my God, dude, I have never in my life. Anyway, props to them. All right, final story. I'm not going to be able to cover the Fallout story. It's really fast. Just here. Fallout 4 update fixes performance issues while leaving modders angry, but it doesn't have to be this way. Modders are getting felted by the Fallout 4 patches that continue to come in. If you guys don't know, Bethesda broke Fallout 4 pretty damn hardcore, apparently. A lot of people were complaining about it. Vet Gamer Bocephus was talking about it in his super chat earlier. Well, the member chat. So now apparently there's an update, and it fixes the performance, some of it anyway, but it's leaving other issues. Figures, man. Bethesda, they're professional at breaking things, not fixing things. That's what they're professional at. All right, let's talk about this. Final topic. A horror game has been banned on Steam. Very important conversation that we're going to have right now. Because for the first time, we actually have a response from Valve regarding the situation. So let's talk about it. Unsettling horror game Horses is banned from Steam, leaving the studio with high risk of closure. Right? We reject subjective obscenity standards and believe this kind of moralizing censorship evokes a darker past. Indie horror game Horses is preparing to launch on December 2nd on Epic Games Store, GOG, and itch.io, and the Humble Store. But one place that it won't be on is Steam, because Steam has banned the game for, according to the developer, reasons that remain unclear even after 2 years of back and forth with Valve. And according to the developer, this ban seems likely to result in the shutdown of their entire studio. Well, because the problem is that a lot of developers bank on being able to have access to the Steam player base. So if you remove the Steam player base, that basically just proves that all these other platforms, while they have their uses, they're just nowhere near. They're nowhere near Steam's reach. Nowhere near. We spoke to Pietro of Italian studio Santa Ragione, and who explained their side of the story. According to Riva and a detailed FAQ shared with IGN, Santa first submitted Horses to Steam in 2023 when the game was in a very unfinished state. We were only about halfway through development and had scrambled together a build that could be played start to finish, solely to satisfy Steam's request for a playable version to open a coming soon page. Something we had never been asked before, Riva explains. It was at this stage that Valve rejected the game. All right, so let's look at the trailer. Let's look at the trailer. Here we go. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo. Wait, go back. Everybody's dead? All right, that's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie to you. That definitely caught my interest. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a good trailer. Nice cliffhanger. Weird. Creepy. That caught my interest. Anyway, so, however, Reba goes on to say that Valve did not offer any explanation as to why the game was rejected, nor was there any opportunity for the team to change whatever the offending content was. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't get anyone at Valve to work with them to reverse the decision. See, this is the problem. This is the problem, right? And this is why I criticize Steam all the time for the way they handle content. And you know, at this point, it's like, okay, so you say that the game is problematic. Fine. Give the developers a chance to decide whether or not they want to change things in their game or not. Some of them will want to, some of them will not want to. But you should leave that decision up to them. The fact that you are not even letting them give the opportunity to fix any potential problems is a major fuck up, in my opinion. Now, according to Steam, there is a big reason why. There is a big reason why. But before we do that, let's say this really quick. Steam's decision came without detailed feedback, and the ban notice did not cite any specific scenes or elements. For months, we repeatedly asked what triggered the ban and received no answer. We also offered unsuccessfully to change any content deemed unfit, especially since the game was still early in development at the time of submission. Okay, so they would have had ample time to fix this. If this was back in 2023, they would have had all the time in the world to fix it. So you're probably asking, what the fuck's going on? Is it payment processors? Is it Collective Shout? Is it Smash JT? No. According to Valve, they have officially responded. And it says the following. Valve responds as indie horror studio accuses Steam of censorship for banning its game about nude human horses. Valve told Santa Rajon that its game featured child exploitation. And the studio says otherwise. Child exploitation. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good, right? Let's see what's going on here. So on December 2nd, the Italian game developer Santa Rajon will release Horses, a first-person horror adventure telling a story of the burden of familial trauma and Puritan values, the dynamics of totalitarian power, and the ethics of personal responsibility. Using what the studio calls grotesque, subversive imagery of a ranch where nude human beings in horse masks are treated as animal livestock. Pre-release demos of horses have been honored at IndieCade, Day of the Devs, XSXW Sydney showcases, and the SF MoMA expeditions. But while it'll be available for $5 on Epic Games Store, GOG, itch.io, and Humble Store, Santa says that the launch of Horses will leave the studio at risk of closing. Okay. Here's the following. In a lengthy FAQ page about the Horses launch, Santa says the full text of the alleged June 2023 content review email from Steam. So this is what Steam said, and then we're going to go over the response. After review, we will not be able to ship your game Horses on Steam. While we strive to ship most titles submitted to us, we found that this title features themes, imagery, or descriptions that we won't distribute. Regardless of a developer's intention with their product, we will not distribute content that appears in our judgment to depict sexual content involving a minor. While every product submitted is unique, If your product features this representation, even in a subtle way that could be defined as a gray area, it will be rejected by Steam. For instance, setting your game in a high school, but declaring your characters are of legal age would fall into that category and be banned. This app has been banned and cannot be reused. Resubmissions of this app, even with modifications, will not be accepted. Wow. So they just flat out said, we're not even going to risk it. We're not even going to care. We're just going to flat out say, fuck you. It's over. Even if they believe that it's a minor, like it doesn't. So the key thing is that, okay, obviously if they say that it's a minor, then that's a problem. Obviously, we all know that. But if they decide that it's a minor, even if it's not a minor, that's fucking crazy, bro. That is insane. So you can have a character that, let's say, is 25 years old, but if Steam says, well, nope, she looks too young, well, that's it. Game over, you know? Santa says it believes Valve's reasoning to be deliberately vague and unfounded and insists that there are no scenes or characters in the game that fall within that gray area. While Valve never clarified the specific reasoning for banning horses, even after the months Santa said that it spent unsuccessfully seeking further detail and appeals, the studio suspects the ban may have been provoked by what it says was an incomplete scene from the game's 6th day when the ranch is visited by a man and his daughter. The daughter wants to ride one of the horses in the game. In the game, the horses are humans wearing a horse mask and gets to pick which one. Santa says that in his FAQ, what followed was an interactive dialogue sequence where the player is leading by a lead as if they were a horse, a naked adult woman with a young girl on her shoulders. Well, see, that could be a little problematic. that could be a little problematic, but okay. Interesting. Santa says maintains that despite the fraught imagery, the unfinished scene, which has since been changed, was not sexual in any way. And the studio co-founder and director, Pietro, told PC Gamer that Steam's refusal to ship the game was completely 100% unexpected. Guys, I got to be real with you. Pretty fucking weird. Pretty fucking weird. So Valve has responded. Okay, Valve has responded. Reached for comment, Valve replied that its content review team extensively discussed in 2023 whether to reconsider its refusal to list horses for sale on Steam, but ultimately held its decision. Valve's full statement is as follows. We reviewed the game back in 2023. At that time, the developer indicated with their release date in Steamworks that they planned to release a few months later. Based on content in the store page, we told the developer we would need to review the build itself. This happens sometimes if content on the store page causes concern, for the game itself might not fall within our guidelines. After our team played through the build and reviewed the content, we gave the developer feedback about why we couldn't ship the game on Steam, consistent with our onboarding rules and guidelines. A short while later, the developer asked us to reconsider the review, and our internal content review team discussed that extensively and communicated to the developer our final decision that we're not going to ship the game on Steam. Damn. So, I don't really know what to make of this. I mean, at this point, the scene that they described, definitely weird. And I could see why Steam would have a problem with that, obviously. If what was being described actually happened. Because again, I didn't play the game, so how the fuck am I going to know? But it does make you wonder, though, right? Because before knowing what they saw, I didn't like Steam's description of, well, if we feel as if it is, then it is. I don't like that. Because then that means that the decision to ship on Steam or not is based on someone's feeling, and that feeling can change day to day. You can claim to be consistent, but feelings are very rarely ever consistent, right? It's not like an actual laid out guideline. So if you're telling me it goes based on how you perceive it and how you feel, then there is no level of consistency with that. Feelings are not consistent, at least not in the long term anyway, usually. So this is a hard one. This is a hard one. I'm going to go on a limb based on the description of that scene that I think this game should have stayed banned, in my opinion. Unless they were not, if they're not willing to change the scene, basically. If they're not willing to change it, considering it was a little girl riding her naked woman or whatever. That's clearly a little bit odd. And I think that we should definitely not do that, because that goes into that territory of like, okay, well, what are we doing here? Seems very suspicious. But if they were willing to change it, then I think that would be okay. Like, just a horror game with naked adults, nobody cares, right? Nobody would care about a bunch of fucking weird adults running around with horse masks. Obviously, the imagery is supposed to be jarring. That's kind of how this game goes. But once you start throwing in child NPCs, that's when it's like, okay, well, now we're gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? And it's funny. Somebody brought up this conversation when I was playing Dying Light, and they asked me, why is there no children NPCs in this game? Right? And I got that same question when I was playing KCD2. Why is there no children NPCs in the game? And the reason why there's no children NPCs in the game, because no matter what your intent is, no matter what your artistic view is, it doesn't matter. People are going to take that out of context completely, and they will use it to try to take you down. It's because of this shit as to why there's no children NPCs in either games like that, where you can obviously kill everybody. You could be violent. You know what I mean? It's because of shit like this. Because look what happened with Steam. Steam saw that image and they're like, oh, well, that's problematic, right? So imagine what Collective Shout would have did. Imagine what the journalists would have done. If the journalists would have saw this game and it had that imagery, they would say, oh, I can't believe Steam is allowing this on their platform. This is why we need moderation. This is why we need censorship. This is why we need banning of other games that got nothing to do with it, but they'll use it as ammo to go after other video games. So again, it is a shitty situation for sure, but it definitely sounds a little sussy-wussy. And I'm gonna have to stick with Steam on this one, as much as it pains me. Because, censorship is gay. Law No Google says the Eurydos would have been gooting over it. Hypno, who are you kidding? Fair. Some of them do. But I understand why. I can understand why they banned it. This is why. Originally, I wasn't going to cover this story, but once I got Valve's response and I could look at both sides, I'm gonna lean with Valve on this one. So, all right, let's X this out. Let's X this out. We got Deaderier. Oh, wait, I fucked up. We got Vet Gamer Bocephus with a 5. 3,300 hours in Conan Exiles. What the? Damn. The number 2 spot for me, Sarah the Sumerian, still kicks butt. Mods, keep both of those games alive for me. Damn, bro. Vet Gamer, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But props to you, bro. It clearly must mean those games are a lot of fun, especially with the mods. Deaderier with a 10. You're analysts who spent their time rating bulges and dicks, then scolded anyone who did the same with female characters. Are failing. I'm shocked. I'm not willing to listen to hypocrites from the gaming industry. Fair. Shout out to Denerai with the 10. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, you can look at their articles. They're all on the websites. You got articles of them praising furry porn, weird nonsense. And then you have them complaining about Stellar Blade. They're coping and seething right now because Stellar Blade was a #1 PC PlayStation video game ever. It beat out every other PlayStation game by a long shot. Kind of sad, right? Bro, what? Infernal Hell Knights? 12,000 hours? Bro, what? 12,000 hours? Oh my God, bro. Did you even log off? Did you log off? Holy shit. Talk about dedication. That's insane, man. I can't. 12,000 hours. Oh my god, it's insane. Hey, listen, whatever. If that's what you want to do, don't let me stop you. All right, we are fully caught up on everything, I believe. Yes, we are fully caught up on everything. Shout out to you guys, you absolute fucking legends, man, today. You absolute legends. Thank you guys so much. Listen, if you're not going to hang out with me in the waifu battle, thank you so much. I appreciate you very, very much. Obviously, I look forward to seeing you on the next Hypnocast, hopefully. Go check out my video tomorrow. Listen, before you leave, I see you gays leaving, okay? Before you leave, check out my video tomorrow. Remember, my videos are exclusive content now. They're not shared with the live stream, so if you're not watching the videos, you're missing. But my video tomorrow is going to be about the Ubisoft Prince of Persia debacle, the Sands of Time remake debacle. I purposely didn't talk about it tonight because I'm releasing a video about it tomorrow. So make sure to go check out that video. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a banger. Go check it out. Denariah says still here. Shout out. All right. Now you guys can go if you're not going to hang out with the waifu battle. Thank you guys so much sincerely for liking, commenting, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Let's get into the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the waifu battle and let us have a good time. We're not at tier 2, right? Yeah, no, we're not at tier 2. So no ears. Okay, let's go. Boys, the waifu battle is here. If you guys missed the last waifu battle, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Even Mount Lady ended up losing in the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Even Mount Lady. I don't know what to do at this point. I have to bring out some really big guns because we got to take down the waifu battle champion, who is none other than Aerith, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's right. Even Mount Lady. Mount Lady lost to Aerith yesterday. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. All right. So with all that being said, now we gotta... Fighter says just bring out Sephiroth in a dress. Bro, that's actually a really good idea. That's a really good idea. With all that being said, let's go over the rules of engagement before we bring out the challenger that's going to go up against Aerith to see, I mean, I don't even know at this point. I don't know. Rule number 1, all super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu. But the only way they are going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It does not matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2, you could vote for any waifu, regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Aerith, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if we're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We don't understand anything. Let's be real. When's the last time anyone's ever understood the rules? I can't even remember. All right, boys, listen. Listen. Guys, this is the showdown, okay? This is the showdown. If Aerith does not lose today, I don't know what's gonna stop her. I really don't know. Okay, this is the showdown. We're talking legendary. We're talking Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock in their prime. We gotta take this girl down. Let's figure it out. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against the one and only Aerith, the unstoppable Aerith, is going to be none other than the one and the only, one of the most legendary waifus in the waifu battle. Very rarely ever loses. Misato, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Misato? Or is it going to be Aerith, the unstoppable, for some fucking reason? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out. Emergency waifu. Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. Emergency waifu. The names are on the bottom. They are on the bottom. Vet Gamer with a 5 said, you said it doesn't matter who's on the screen. Eve, you son of a bitch. That 5 is probably going to decide the winner. Damn it, Vet Gamer. Yamato with a 2. Aerith. Keep fighting and dominating. Come on. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 says Misato over on Rumble. Tornado with a 5 over on Rumble says Aerith. Not a goddess, but more approachable. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, man. If this doesn't work, I imagine there'll be a double waifu battle. I don't know, man. I don't know. Seeker final boss for 16 months. Just remember, voting red voice for Aerith won't magically resurrect her in your 300-hour game save or make her emerge from your Aerith body pillows. Damn, the felting. The felting, the shit talking. That's insane. Mr. Spanglish with a 189 says Misato. Like you even have to ask. True waifu. I mean, if that's the case, she's going to need a lot more than this because she's getting felted and it hasn't even begun yet. It hasn't even begun yet. It's about to, though. It's about to. Speedy Cake with a 5 Misato. Also, if you need a dose of Half-Life, check out the Blue Shift mod for Black Mesa. It's almost finished and it looks good. I still have to play Black Mesa. I really do. I have to play Black Mesa. I might stream that. Twisted Master with a $69 mega banger from Misato, putting her immediately in the lead by a decent margin. Let's go. Shout out to Twisted Master. And then we got Randall. Randall Hess with a 5. Aerith and Misato cannot make up my mind. Mods, that is a split for both waifus. Dikachu with a CLP 4184. If Aerith loses, I'm never coming back. Never mind. Yo, that's funny. That's funny, Dikachu. Shout out to you, bro. Mervoth with a 2 Misato. She unalive, unlike Aerith. I'm sorry, she's alive, unlike Aerith. That makes it even worse. ACC with a 20. Aerith can get my Buster Sword. Hashtag feel the limit break. Shout out. And then we got for $1 over on Rumble, Torinol. If you want to stop Aerith, put her against an actual turkey. Not happening. You guys will eat the turkey alive. Skyfire with a $20 banger says Misato, I would love a bite of that Christmas cake. Shout out. That's a lot of Christmas cake, man. That's a lot of Christmas cake. Hey, we don't talk about that, Chaotic Holy, okay? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that, man. What an interesting battle so far, but Misato is in the lead. Deadeye's locked by $1. Misato, hey, Hypno, felt Aerith by using Sephiroth. Well, hopefully Misato will allow me not to have to use Sephiroth, but we'll see. All right, here we go. It is now time to bring out the Waifu Battle Champion, who is currently losing by a good margin right now. None other than Aerith, ladies and gentlemen. Let us start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Aerith? Or is it going to be Masato? Let's find out. It's got to be one or the other, man. It's got to be one or the other. Let's find out who is going to win the waifu battle. Could be a distant relative. Maybe. May have to bring out Genova. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I think female Sephiroth will do fine, for sure. For sure. Masato is in the lead right now. If you guys are comfortable voting for Masato, for over a week, you need to get yourself in the lead by as much as possible. And I think Dr. Spike is banned anyway from probably large donos. We just hit tier 2 according to T-Jap. The ears are on for the second half of the battle. We got Darth Dimos. Darth Dimos with a $9.99 for Masato. Shout out to Darth Dimos. Thank you so much. We got ACC with a $20. Says, what about Yuffie? No. Alice Lovely with a $4.99 says absolutely nothing. Zip. 0. Nothing. Tier 2 has been saved for the 195th stream in a row. 5 more until 200. Insanity. Insanity. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys. Yamato, this would be true for the people who don't know any better. But in all actuality, Yuffie is of age in Dirge of Cerberus. So I'm just saying. But she never gets votes, so that's why I don't bring her. Fallen Angel with a 5. Aerith just as a supporter. I feel if you use one of the Aerith pics I posted, she'd win too hard, or the audience would be too busy gooding. I didn't use those pictures that you posted because they're too much for YouTube. I didn't want to take the risk. So that's why I didn't use the one in black lingerie, is the one you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that. Denarier with a 5. Masato, F. Sephiroth, bringing Kyle Crane from Kyle Crane, bro? Kyle Crane, seriously? Really? Let me guess, you want him in beast mode the entire time, right? Denarier, man, jeez. Alice Lovely with a 189 for Aerith, which makes her previous 499 for Aerith as well. So mods, make sure we account for that. Make sure we account for that. Make sure we account for that. Denariah says not wrong. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised in the slightest, bro. Not surprised. No dudes in the waifu battle. What about chicks with dicks? What about that? All right, Masato still has a lead, but it's really going to come down to the chair shot. That's really what it's going to come down to, just like always. I hope you guys are not too comfortable. I don't know, man. I guess we're going to find out. I don't know what's going to happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that is it. That is it. That is it. Holy shit. Oh, shit. In the OG Final Fantasy VII PS1 English translation, it was Aerith. Well, that's fine, because we're going with Aerith. It is what it is. Thank you for the 20. The last super chat, this one didn't count. There was no name. But Twisted Master with a $230 Red Boy Hyper Banger for Misato. All Spark, Hypno, you choose the ladies. What a counter. What a fucking counter. Holy shit. Bro, that is insane.
The Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
Twisted Master, 230 for Misato. Counter Dr. Spike with a very specific number of 195.99 and says, Aerith the Last Cetra Gainsborough, your choice.
The Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
And then over on Rumble, we got two final super chats that came in. We got Deadeye's Lock with $1 from Masato. And then we got Torinol with a $20 banger over on Rumble for Aerith. Closing the gap between Aerith and Masato with those two chair shots on YouTube. With a $10 difference. Holy shit.
Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
This is going to be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very interesting. Mods, count it up. Secret Final Boss with a 5, suggesting a rule change. Make this waifu battle only last 30 seconds. No one seriously votes to them anyway. Well, that's not true. I've had some people vote, and I want to give people time to think about it. That's really what it is. I don't want to necessarily make it so fast that people feel like they have to kind of do it. You know what I mean? I want people to think about it. So I give people time to think about it. But I appreciate that though. And people do the chair shot thing because it's exciting. They like to hold all their cards until the last second, you know? All right, I'm going to play some clips. We're going to play clips for Dr. Spike first because I think his came in first. Yeah, it did. He says, my choice. You already know how this is going to go.
All right, boys, we have another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in!
Holy shit.
All right, boys, it's another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in!
Holy shit.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in!
Holy shit.
Shout out to Twisted Master and Dr. Spike for the legendary Red Boy Hyper Bangers. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Now we just got to wait for the numbers. Let me catch up on one super chat that came in. We got ACC with a 20, bro. Name of the tool that used to create the AI girls. That is none other than VO3 from Google. VO3. The numbers are in. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Holy shit.
It finally happened. We got Aerith at $239.43 against Misato at $349.32, which means the winner and the new waifu battle champion is none other than the one and the only Misato, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Insanity. Dr. Spike says YouTube banned him. Dr. Spike says YouTube banned him. They capped him on his super chat, which is probably why he did the weird number of 195. Holy shit. YouTube gave it to Misato. Oh no. Vengeance for Dr. Spike. Vengeance for Dr. Spike. He's gonna end up revenge voting on Misato later. Shout out to Dr. Spike. That's funny, man. Holy shit. YouTube's like, you're overpowered. You need to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, coping and seething. Not me today.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
That was a really good battle. That was an insane battle, actually. That was a really good battle, man. It's always fun when the battles are crazy. Shout out to all you guys. Misato is the waifu battle champion. She's going to go backstage. She will face off against a brand new waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. New champion, finally. New champion. Let's see how long Misato can do this for now, because she's usually pretty OP. All right, boys. I think we're fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to every single one of you who has hung out with me tonight on the waifu battle and just on the stream in general. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, games, everything. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys sincerely. And of course, shout out to the Hypnobots for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well. Check out my video, obviously, tomorrow. Check out my video tomorrow, 11. Do not miss it. Do not miss it, boys. Leave comments, leave likes. If you're feeling inclined, leave a super thanks, although it's fine. You don't really have to. But leave a like and a comment, man. It's free. It's free, and it helps with the algorithm. I really, really appreciate it. Go check it out. It's going to be an interesting topic. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye. And shout out to the Hypnocast.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can't.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fucking yeah, don't put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, greedy, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.